Hi, I represent a little known group called the Fed Up Conservatives of your United States. We have a few demands and we're going to put them into place one way or another. Let's start with the media. First off, those of you that have the insanely loud car stereos, we understand you did not get enough attention as a small child. That's not our problem. Turn them down. We don't want to hear it. Facebook. Everybody should be limited to 45 minutes a day on Facebook. It's entirely counterproductive. Reality shows, they are all banned. We will start with Honey Boo Boo. It's the worst. Speaking of Honey Boo Boo, that brings me to the subject of spandex. Spandex is also banned. Not that spandex in itself is bad, it's just that people get it backwards. Those of you who should wear spandex, don't. Those of you who should not wear spandex, do. Try Walmart at 12 a.m., see what happens. You're the same people who put sweaters on dogs, a practice that is also banned. If it's too cold for your dog, move or get a hairier dog. Now on to some social issues. First off, despite what the Constitution says, let me remind you that you must be a U.S. citizen to be president. Speaking of president and politics, how about we drill for our own oil, then when we have our own supply, we can tell everybody in the desert that if they still want to sell us oil, they have to lower the price. Supply and demand. Speaking of demand, let's talk about demand for welfare. Anybody who is on welfare or unemployment should have to take drug tests. If I have to take a drug test to earn it for you, you should have to take one to get it from me. Now that we're going to save all this money on the price of gasoline and all those taxes on welfare, it's time to celebrate. Let's do this at Christmas. But this time we're going to do a little bit different. For 1 year, we're going to ban all Christmas sales and all Christmas giving, so that people can remember what it's really all about. Speaking of buying lots and lots of stuff, that brings us to the subject of foreign goods. All foreign car sales are hereby outlawed. If you already own a foreign car, you must constantly check your rearview mirror. If an American car is behind you, you have to pull over and get out of the way. You're killing our trade deficit and you're killing our country. Wise up already. This pertains particularly to North Idaho and several other states. If you're from California and you decide to move up here, wonderful, we're glad to have you. Don't try to change it. Go fix your own state first. Speaking of California values, that brings me to the subject of marriage. Every marriage should have at least one tallywhacker. Every marriage should have only one tallywhacker. That's all. Remember, the Japanese are plotting against us. Their master plan is called Toyota. Have a good day.